Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Carolyn, and this video is going to be my current makeup inventory. So I am going to be sharing the number of products I have in each makeup category and also comparing that number to what it was last year for each category. So if that sounds interesting to you, then just keep on watching. So as I mentioned in the intro, I did this video this time last year, and I will have it linked in the description box. It was my second YouTube video, so it's a little bit rough. I had to go back and watch it because I needed to get all the numbers from last year, and yeah, it wasn't my best video. But in that video, I had compared those numbers to 6 months prior. So if you're interested in seeing how my makeup collection has changed over the last year and a half, you can check that out if you want to. One thing that's happened since my last inventory video is that I've gotten sent makeup by some of my lovely friends here on YouTube. So my makeup numbers in each category have increased, like in every category, just because I have such generous friends here on YouTube. But I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I have all of the numbers on the sheet of paper in front of me, so I might be looking down a lot, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. So for face primers, last year I had one. I currently have 4, and one of them was the Dr. Brandt backlight primer that was sent from Deb. So I have bought all three of the other primers this year, and the Wet n Wild one was a repurchase. I'm okay with that category. It's not too high. I will be doing a declutter though, because I have a couple friends who are just getting into makeup and don't really have any makeup. And as you'll see in this video, I have plenty to give away to my friends. So yeah, that number might go down, but I'm good with that number. 4 is not too bad. Foundations, last year I had 1, and I currently have 3, and one of them, the Essence full coverage one, I use kind of like a concealer, but I had the Wet n Wild one last year and I repurchased that a few times, and 2 of them are the Wet n Wild, just different shades, so I'm good with that. I will be repurchasing the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator soon because I'm almost out of mine. But yeah, that's one I'm going to be continuing to repurchase. But I also would like to try a few different foundations, but I really don't want to have like more than 5 in my collection at a time. And that's probably too many, but for now I'm good with just the Wet n Wild and the Essence as a foundation routine. And then I also have concealer, so I have 2 concealers currently, and last year I also had 2 concealers, so that number hasn't really changed. I have used one up, and it was so I tend to like buy the same thing over and over if it works for me. So yeah, the Maybelline Fit Me are the 2 that I have, and they're just in different shades because right now, because I have a summer shade and like a winter shade. So there are some concealers I want to try, but I'm not in a rush to go get them right now. I'm good with what I have, and I'm going to probably keep repurchasing the Maybelline Fit Me. But I might try some other ones here and there. So setting powders, last year I had 2, or they're face powders. So last year I had 2. I had a pressed powder and a loose powder. Now I have 2 this year, and this year I have the Wet n Wild loose powder, Photo Focus translucent setting powder, and I repurchased that several times, and I'm going to continue repurchasing it. And then I have one that's unopened that was sent to me from Deb. So yeah, I am good with my Wet n Wild powder and I'll probably just keep repurchasing that. There are a couple pressed powders I want to try, but I'm not in a rush to try them right now. I think I kind of want like one loose and one pressed. But it's setting powders is not really a category I care that much about. I'm good with my Wet n Wild, so yeah. Bronzers, I had one last year and I have four this year. Last year I didn't have any cream ones, but I didn't have any cream ones, but this year I do. So it's like 3 powder bronzers and 1 cream bronzer, and then two of the powder bronzers were sent from Deb, and I haven't used the LYS one. That's why it's still in the packaging. But I have used the AOA Studio one, and I really like that one. And if you didn't know, it's from Shop Miss A, and I think most of their products the majority of their products are $1, so not bad. And that bronzer I do really like. So yeah, I'm good with bronzers right now. I really want to use up what I have before I go and buy more, because one of my the e.l.f. one has broken packaging, and I'm just trying to use it up. So yeah, but I want to get the Fenty bronzer whenever I use up my e.l.f. bronzer. Blushes. So cream blushes, last year I had 4. This year I have 7. And those were sent to me from Misty. I think all 3 of them. I didn't buy any cream blushes. So those were the 3 new ones were sent to me from Misty. So I'm definitely I'm not going to be buying cream blushes anytime soon until I finish up what I have, because cream blushes go bad faster than powder products. So I just want to get at least 2 used up before I buy any more. But I'm not like overwhelmed in this category. It's not too bad. And face palettes, I currently have 3. Last year I didn't have any. And all of them were sent by friends on YouTube. So the Odin's Eye highlighter palette was sent by Misty. The balm, it was like the one that has, I think it's 3 blushes and like a blush topper, that was sent by Deb. And then the 4 blushes in the face palette, that was sent by Kim from Teacher Loves Beauty. So and then powder blushes. Okay, so I kind of did this in 2 different categories. So, well, okay, last year I had 1. And this year I have 8, like a single pan of blushes. So 8 separate blushes. And then if you include the blushes in the palettes, then I have 15. And I don't think I'm counting the blush topper one as a blush. Because I thought, because there's a blush topper, maybe you could count it as a blush and then it would be 16, but I just think of it as a blush topper. So anyway, I feel like that's a lot for me. So yeah, okay, so 3 of them I bought myself, all the ColourPop ones, all of the like the square the Alice in Wonderland ones, which you can't really tell they're Alice in Wonderland in the picture, but there's 2 that I got from the ColourPop Alice in Wonderland collection, and then another blush from ColourPop in the shade Trippin', and that's that brown blush. That one I got from those 3 I bought, and then the rest were sent to me by Misty and Deb. So yeah, pretty much almost all of my blushes are sent from friends. Highlighter. So last year I had 1, and this year I have 7 total if you include the Odin's Eye highlighter palette, and then 3 of the single pan highlighters. And the blue one, well, 2 of the Miss A, like the Halo Shop Miss A one, I can't remember what it was called. I think it has like Halo on it. All of my pictures are on my phone, and I'm filming on my phone, so yeah. But I know that that one was sent by Misty, and the blue Odin's Eye one was also sent by Misty. It's like the blue one. I don't really use that one as a highlighter. I put it in the highlighter category. I don't really use that one very much. I was trying to use it as an eyeshadow topper thing, but it kind of has the consistency of like a squishy texture. It's kind of like the ColourPop Super Shock shadow where it's not a powder. And I just, when I put it on, it's like blue glitter specks, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do with that one. But anyway, so 7 pans of highlighter total and 3 individual compacts of highlighter. Okay, so setting spray. Last year I had 1, and this year I don't have any setting sprays right now. I don't know, I'm not really, it was something I always forgot to use, so I had to force myself to use up the settings. I had the e.l.f. setting spray one, and I just used it up because I just wanted to use it up, but I'm not in a rush to get a setting spray. It's like a step I always forget, so but there are a couple I want to try. We'll see. I'm not like in a huge rush to get the setting sprays, but there are a couple that I'm eyeing. So yeah, so lip balms. Last year I had 4. This year I have 4. One of them, I finished one up last year, and then I got a new one from my dentist office, so that was kind of weird. I don't usually get lip balms from the dentist, so it was a new dentist that I hadn't been to. But anyway, so 4 lip balms, lip liner. Oh, and I'm not really interested in buying more lip balm anytime soon. I kind of just want to use up what I have. Lip balm is another thing I forget to wear a lot, so yeah, just gonna try to use up what I have. And lip liners, last year I had 3, this year I have 3. Another category I forget to use. It's weird because there are lip liners that are kind of on my wish list, but I don't know if I'm gonna get them anytime soon because I forget to use lip liner a lot. Liquid lipsticks. Last year I had 3. I still have 3, the same 3. For regular lipsticks, last year I had 4. I currently have 6. And I have bought the 2 Revlon ones in the middle. Those were bought somewhat recently. Okay, so lip crayons. Last year I had 5, and now I have 6. I don't remember what the new one is. Oh well, it doesn't matter. For whatever reason, in last year's inventory, I had lip crayons and lipsticks separate, but they're kind of the same thing almost. So total of lipsticks and lip crayons, last year I had 12, and I currently have 15. I do want to get some lipsticks used up, but I also, because I don't want them to go off, but I also have some lipsticks that I kind of want to get. So I'm just going to try to keep this under control, like not go crazy buying lip products, but I don't think it's 15 is too many lipsticks. Maybe for some people it is, but I'm okay with it. Okay, so for lip gloss, last year I had 2. I currently have 5. And one of them is a ColourPop lip oil, and I'm just including that in the lip gloss because it's similar enough to a lip gloss. So I'm good with that number. There's some lip glosses I want, like other lip products that I want to try, but like I want to try the Lunar Beauty lip oils really bad, but I think I want to kind of focus on using up at least one of the lip glosses that I have before I go and buy a new one. But yeah, I'm good with this number. I'd be okay having more. I'm not in a rush to go buy more right now though. Lip scrubs, last year I had 2. This year I don't have any. I used one up and then I gave the other one to my husband because he has rough elbows, so I gave him one. And I don't think I'm gonna buy any more lip scrubs. This is kind of off topic, but Dr. Dre, the dermatologist that on YouTube. I watch her videos a lot, and she was saying that lip scrubs do more harm than good generally. Like, you're better off just putting a lip balm on instead of doing a lip scrub, because you just kind of like perpetuate the problem and the need for a lip scrub when you use a lip scrub. She presented it in a better way. I think she explained it better, but that's kind of like the gist of what I gathered from it. So I'm not gonna buy any more lip scrubs is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so for eyebrows, last year I didn't have any dedicated brow products. This year I have two, and they were both sent by Deb. I usually just use eyeshadow in my eyebrows, and because I had previously used brow pencils, and I was just kind of burning through them. It was just another thing to repurchase a lot. And I have enough eyeshadows that I could use in my brows, so I just decided to just use what I have instead of continuously buying brow pencils. So it's just like more cost effective for me to just use eyeshadow. But anyway, I currently have two brow products. One is a brow pencil with a brow mascara from Deb. They're both from Deb. And then another one is just like a brow mascara. And once I use them up, I'm not going to be really buying replacements for those. But I might get like the Benefit brow wax or some kind of like clear wax or something to just like hold the brow hairs in place. I like those better than, I think I would like one of those products better than a brow mascara, because I always get it like on my skin. So I realize like brow mascaras aren't really my favorite thing, like that have the color in them, because I just get it I'm just not good at applying brow mascaras. But anyway, so two brow products, mascaras. So I currently have two. Last year, I didn't put this in the video. I didn't have a category. I guess I forgot to mention mascaras, but I think I just had one. I usually just have like one open one. But one of them, the Lancome one, was sent by Deb, and that's a brown mascara. And then I have the Milani Highly Rated, which I've repurchased a few times. I do really like that one. I don't really ever usually I don't have more than one mascara open at a time, but I had already had the Milani one open, and I really wanted to try the Lancome one because it was like a high-end mascara, and I never get high-end mascaras. And I would say I don't feel like there's much of a difference between high-end mascaras and drugstore mascaras, but that's just me. And I'm good with this number. I'm not going to be getting a new mascara until I run out of what I currently have. So eye primers, this category went up kind of a lot. Last year I had 2, this year I have 6. And I know like I got, one of them hasn't been opened. I think it's in the picture, it's the one on the far right, I think. And it's sent from Deb, and that one I haven't opened yet. I bought the next one because my friends on Instagram suggested it for the Melt 420 palette, and it does make a difference. And I like the white base for pastels and stuff. It works better. Like, it's a white eyeshadow base, so I like having that one on hand. And the NYX, I think it's like Wonder Glow, or I can't remember what it's called, but that one, it is a concealer, but I'm using it on as an eyeshadow base sometimes, like when I do my halo eye type thing for the center of my eyelid, because it's really yellow as a concealer. So I'm not using that as a concealer. What I want to continue to have on hand is the Ulta Matte Eyeshadow Primer. The NYX Glitter Primer, always need that on hand. I use that for every shimmer eyeshadow, definitely like a must-have for me. And the NYX white base because that also comes in handy. But this is definitely a category that I just need to use up what I have and then not buy anymore until I've used up what I have, and then I'm just buying a replacement. For eyeliners, I had 2 last year, I have 2 this year. I just need a black eyeliner for my what is it, tight line, upper waterline. I put eyeliner up here, and then I have a liquid liner, and I'm good with that. That's all I need. They're different. So I had the same, or I've repurchased the Milani. That's the pencil. It's like a retractable one. I've repurchased that several times. It's a Milani Stay Put eyeliner. Really enjoy that one. We'll continue to repurchase that one. And last year I had the Physicians Formula liquid eyeliner, and now I have the Maybelline Hyper Easy liner. I definitely prefer the Maybelline over the Physicians Formula. It's a finer tip. I mess up far less than when I use the Physicians Formula, so I will definitely keep repurchasing the Maybelline Hyper Easy liquid liner. So for cream eyeshadows, for me, this is just ColourPop Super Shock shadows. So last year I had 3, this year I have 3. One, what last year was like, what was it called? A Jelly Much shadow. And I had to just toss that because it dried out like so much, and I was using so much contact solution to revive it that I was just like spending more money trying to make it work so I could use it up. And so I just figured I'm just gonna toss it because I don't want to keep wasting my contact solution that I actually need on this like cream shadow just to use it up. So anyway, one of the Super Shock shadows is new, and it was sent from Deb Ice Dream. I really like that one. I'm actually wearing it today. So but yeah, 3 is good. I want to use up the 3 I have, and then I probably won't buy any more like single shadows, single potted shadows, or even like singles shadows, because I forget to use them a lot. I have so much eyeshadow that I just like, and I have a lot of special eyeshadows in my palettes that I just forget to use the Super Shock shadows. So I mean, I have them like out in the open so that I can like remember to use them. Like I have them sitting on top of my vanity is what I mean, so that I see them and I think about them a lot, and I use them more than when I had them like put away. But still, I just want to use up what I have and not buy anymore. Okay, so eyeshadow palettes. This is where it gets a little bit crazy. Last year I had 25, and this year I have 52, so it's more than double. But not all of them I got myself. A lot of them were sent to me. But yeah, it's kind of a lot for me. But I really do like eyeshadow palettes. I kind of like collecting them. Like the ones with the packaging, and if you're not new here, you already have heard that like a million times by now, that I like collecting the special packaging, and you can kind of see them behind me. I like to display them, and I just like having them. So I'm not upset about it. Like I'm really selective about the palettes I buy, and usually I buy palettes for the collector's reason, the collector's aspect, and those are palettes that I'm gonna keep like potentially until I die, unless they get moldy or something like that. But yeah, I don't plan on getting rid of them, so I'm not even upset about it. It's just something, they're just, for whatever reason, I like collecting eyeshadow palettes. Like people like to collect figurines or Pokemon cards or whatever. For me, it's eyeshadow palettes. So I don't know. I'm happy with it. I mean, I'm not happy with it, but I'm okay with it. It is what it is. So anyway, that is my makeup inventory. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I would love it if you would consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed yet, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!